While assembling a crib for my newborn son, I overheard my wife confiding in her parents, saying she doesn't love me and never did, calling me a mere provider. Her mother agreed, mentioning they'd seek custody when I finally crumbled. My teenage stepdaughter murmured, asking if she could tamper with my meal. I continued working, eyes fixed on the task, heart sinking. This morning, my wife and her mother appeared at my doorstep, tears streaming, pleading for a conversation. This week has been the lowest point of my existence. I'm still grappling with the shock, so apologies if this spills out chaotically, but I need to unburden myself. I'm using a throwaway account for obvious reasons. Some context. I'm 38, male, and my wife, Emily, 36, have been married for a decade. She has a daughter, Chloe, 15, from a prior relationship, whom I've raised since she was 5. We're expecting our first child together, a boy named Ethan, in about 3 weeks. Life seemed idyllic, a comfortable suburban home, solid savings, and what I thought was a happy marriage. I was clearly naive. Last Saturday, I was in the garage piecing together a crib, one of those complex kits from a chain store with endless parts and baffling instructions. I'd been at it for hours, lost in focus. The garage door was cracked open for ventilation, and the kitchen window above let in snippets of Emily, her mother Judith, and Chloe's conversation. At first, it was just background chatter, but then I caught my name. I don't usually pry, but hearing your name makes you listen, doesn't it? What I heard next stopped me cold. Emily was venting to her mom about the stress of the impending birth. Normal, expectant mother worries at first. Then she turned to me, grumbling about how I was annoying her, too affectionate. Then came the gut punch. She said she doesn't love me, never did, and I'm just a walking wallet. A wallet with arms. Judith didn't flinch, just nodded and said they'd secure custody when I finally cracked. Then Chloe, the girl I've treated as my own for a decade, asked if she could mess with my food. I kept working, eyes down, feeling like my soul had been ripped out. I finished the crib mechanically, my mind spiraling. Inside, they acted like nothing was wrong. Emily offered me lunch, and all I could think about was Chloe's comment about my food. I nearly gagged but mumbled I wasn't hungry and locked myself in the bathroom for a silent meltdown. For 6 days, I've played the part of a happy husband while plotting my escape. I share a bed with someone who views me as a bank account. I cook for a teenager who wants to poison my meals. I touch the belly of a woman carrying my son, who's scheming to take him from me. Looking back, the red flags were glaring. I've managed our finances since we married. I earn more than Emily, but never questioned supporting her and Chloe. I funded Emily's return to college, bought Chloe's gadgets, clothes, everything. Emily's insistence on separate accounts for independence now makes sense. Yesterday, I checked our joint account and found she's been siphoning off small amounts for months. Her Amazon history showed baby supplies shipped to her mom's address, purchases I didn't know about. Old texts revealed lies about working late when she was out with friends, backed by photos from her cloud storage. No proof of infidelity, but plenty of deceit. I'm stuck in a nightmare. Ethan's arrival is imminent, and I suspect Emily's planning to leave once she feels secure post-birth. Judith's complicity makes it worse. I can't eat or sleep, yet I feign love and excitement for the baby while dying inside. The betrayal at family dinners, discussing baby names while knowing they see me as a tool, is unbearable. I've been discreetly recording conversations with my smartwatch, have a lawyer lined up, and I'm documenting everything. Financial records, screenshots of her lies. Every time Chloe asks for money or help, I resist confronting her about her food comment. This girl I taught to ride a bike, took to school, cared for when sick. Her betrayal cuts deep. This morning, Emily asked me to paint the nursery, citing high blood pressure from her doctor. I agreed, hiding my rage. I know I must confront them, but not until I'm ready, not until I can protect Ethan. He's my reason to keep going. They may see me as a resource, but I'll fight for my son. Emily's texting about baby shower decorations, acting normal, oblivious to the fact that she shattered our life with one sentence. Sleeping beside her tonight, pretending I don't know she views me as disposable, is torture. I'm sorry this is so disorganized. I feel like I'm unraveling. If anyone's been through this, I'd appreciate advice. I'm not even sure what I need, just to tell someone, even strangers online. I'm meeting the lawyer soon to safeguard Ethan and myself. For now, I'm just surviving each day, holding it together until I'm ready to act. Wow. The response to my post was overwhelming. I didn't expect such support. Sorry for going quiet. Life's been chaos. Quick recap. I'm the guy who overheard his pregnant wife call me a walking wallet, plotting with her mom to take custody when I break, and my stepdaughter asking to tamper with my food. Lovely family, huh? Ethan was born healthy. 6 pounds 4 ounces, a bit early. For 2 months, I've lived in a surreal haze, pretending everything's fine while dismantling our life. The hospital was bizarre, cutting the umbilical cord while knowing his mother sees me as a cash machine. Holding my son, half me, half someone plotting against me, I broke down in the hospital bathroom. Not the joyful moment you see in films. I've been running Operation Silent Exit. Here's the rundown. I met a lawyer the day after we left the hospital. Cost $1,000, but worth it for advice on protecting myself and securing paternity and custody rights. I've redirected part of my paycheck to a new account, small enough to go unnoticed, but enough for a safety net. Installed a legal voice-activated recorder in the nursery, capturing damning conversations when I'm not around. Rented a small apartment across town, paid 3 months up front, and slowly moved essentials, clothes, personal items, without raising suspicion. I'm documenting everything. Receipts for baby purchases, photos of my parenting duties, all stored in a cloud folder shared with my lawyer, including the original recording of their betrayal. Last week, I caught Chloe tampering with my coffee on a kitchen security camera I installed post-incident. She spat in it, stirred it with a smirk that chilled me. This girl I raised since she was 5, who I helped with school projects and dances, betrayed me so casually. Emily and Judith have gotten worse since Ethan's birth, sidelining me from decisions about him. Yesterday, Judith suggested taking him for a weekend to give me a break. I smiled, knowing it's another piece of evidence. Emily plays the perfect wife online, posting loving family photos while texting Judith that I'm too attached to my son. I see her messages via cloud backups, thanks to my lawyer's tip. The gaslighting is relentless. She'll watch me parent, then tell others I do nothing. But being Ethan's dad keeps me grounded. At 3 a.m. feedings, I whisper to him that I'll always fight for him. I sleep on the couch now, unable to share a bed with Emily. My lawyer says I've built a strong case for at least shared custody, possibly more. The exit plan is set for tomorrow when Emily, Judith, and Chloe go shopping for Chloe's birthday. I've packed the car with my essentials, Ethan's portable crib, baby supplies, and our dog, who's been prepped with doggy daycare visits. Leaving Chloe, despite her betrayal, feels like losing a part of me. I wrote her a letter saying I loved her like a daughter, hoping she'll understand someday. Emily thinks I'm quiet from baby fatigue. She's clueless about what's coming. Part of me anticipates her reaction when she realizes I'm not the pushover she thought, that I know everything and planned ahead. My go bag is ready. Documents, Ethan's records, my belongings. 10 years of marriage fit into 2 duffels and a backpack. Is it wrong to feel a spark of excitement? Not just for payback, but for freedom, for living without lies. Maybe I should have confronted them sooner or tried to salvage things. But you can't fix people who see you as a means, not a person. All I can do is protect Ethan and myself. Tomorrow, I'll send Emily a screenshot of Chloe tampering with my coffee, then go offline for 24 hours while they unravel. My lawyer will serve divorce and custody papers the next day. Wish me luck, Reddit. Next update will be from my new place, with Ethan safe, starting fresh. This isn't the life I envisioned, but it's one where I refuse to be a victim. It's been 3 months since my last post. I hadn't planned to update, but so many of you asked for closure that I felt I owed it. Writing this helps me process the chaos my life became. Ethan's thriving at 4 months, babbling loudly, keeping me up, but his tiny hand gripping my finger makes it all worthwhile. Last time I'd just moved out with Ethan, the dog, and my essentials while Emily, Judith, and Chloe were out for Chloe's birthday. My new apartment is small, 1 bedroom, cramped kitchen, tiny bathroom, but it's mine, free of people who see me as a cash cow. I sent the coffee tampering screenshot and turned off my phone. When I powered it back on, I had 97 missed calls and 200 texts. Confusion, anger, panic, bargaining, begging, but barely a mention of Ethan at first, revealing their priorities. My lawyer served divorce papers and custody terms the next day, including the recordings and texts plotting against me. That afternoon, Emily and Judith showed up at my apartment, likely tracking my phone. Emily was disheveled. Judith looked worn out. They begged to talk. I gave them 15 minutes, warning them not to raise their voices around Ethan. Emily claimed her kitchen comments were stress-induced, blamed Judith, swore she loved me, and accused me of stealing our son. Judith called me the family breaker, threatened legal action, then offered rent money to lure me back. I played the recordings, their voices calling me a wallet, planning custody, Chloe's food comment, and the coffee video. Emily broke down. Judith went silent. They asked to hold Ethan. I refused. The truth spilled. Without my income, they couldn't pay the mortgage. Emily had maxed out hidden credit cards. Judith had banked on my support. My months of planning blindsided them. After they left, I felt hollow, not triumphant, just drained. Weeks of legal battles followed. I got primary custody. Emily gets every other weekend and 1 weekly dinner. She pays child support, ironic given her wallet comment. She moved in with Judith after the house sold, unable to afford rent. I upgraded to a 2-bedroom apartment with a yard for the dog. Therapy's helping, and a single dad's group at the park has been a lifeline. Others have similar stories. Emily's become a better mom during her visits. Maybe a wake-up call, maybe a tactic. I keep records in case. Judith sends snide gifts for Ethan with notes about his real mom. I saved them for when he's older and asks questions. He deserves the truth, not their version. Last week, Emily asked to reconcile, claiming she realized her mistake. I thought of my peaceful apartment, free of betrayal, and said no. Her face showed she understood I was done. That was my moment of freedom. A year later. This isn't the life I planned, but it's honest. Ethan's first birthday is next month, a small party with friends. Emily gets her time with him after. We're not friends or enemies, just co-parents trying not to mess up our kid. Thanks, Reddit, for the support. Life's messy, but it's real now. Thank you for watching Story. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real-life stories.